Hey jumpers, Crossrope Trainer Jennika here with a new 3-rope beginner class. This is pure jumping today, no body weight, nothing else. We are just going to jump our way through 3 different blocks of work using a different rope weight in each block. I've got the AMP set here, so the AMP handles with the 1/4 pound, the 1/2 pound, and the 1 pound cross ropes. Feel free to join in with any ropes you have. Get warmed up and let's jump to it. 10 seconds and we jump, starting with the 1/4 pound rope and basic jump. Getting ready. 3, 2, 1, and jump. So with our basic jump, just nice and light and low. So this 1/4 pounder, even though it's the lightest one, so you might think that's the best one to start with, it can actually be a little bit challenging because it is lighter. So it's got a little more wiggle to it and doesn't have as much feedback and feel as the 1/2 pound and the 1 pound. 10 seconds here. If you're used to something lighter though, you'll notice that 1/4 pound of weight in it. 2, 1, resting 30. So beginner workout. We're doing work, rest, 30-30 for the first block, keeping it simple. I am going to do scissor jump next. You can keep doing basic, but I do highly encourage you to learn 1 or 2 or 3 other skills once you've got the hang of that basic, because it helps reduce the repetitive impact of landing and jumping the same way the whole time. So scissor jump, 3, 2, and let's jump. Splitting those feet front to back. So it is still technically a 2-footed jump because you're jumping off and landing on both feet at the same time, just in a different position. But that subtle change in position, bringing those feet front and back, helps reduce that repetitive impact. And we're working some extra muscles here. Nice and light, still low, and resting 30. Whether we're doing basic jump, scissor jump, any other number of skills, unless it's double unders or triple unders, something like that, we want our jumps low and light and efficient. So we're not leaping way up into the air, we're not landing hard, we're not tucking our knees up or kicking our feet forward. Just nice and light, straight up and down. All right, get ready, we're going back to basic jump. 2, 1, 30 seconds. So while we jump, we want to stand up nice and tall, maintaining good posture the whole time. I've got my arms in close to my body, my hands about hip height, and I've got my thumb up on top of those handles in that handshake grip, which does help give me a little more feel and feedback with that thumb being extended. And keep going, almost there. 3, 2, and resting 30. All right, we're finishing our first block of work with another set of scissor jump. Then we will change ropes. So we're gonna have a nice full minute rest to change our ropes and prepare for our next block of work. If you are new to jumping, please don't do too much too soon. It's fun, it's exciting, it's a new thing, and we tend to go in a little bit too fast, too much. Here we go with scissor jump again, and then you end up with an overuse injury. So please ease into it with workouts just like this. The total workout is 11 minutes, but more than half of that is rest and change ropes time. So work rest intervals, rest days, warming up and cooling down, super important to help you remain injury-free and build up safely so that you can stick around for the long haul. 3, 2, and rest. All right, 1 minute to change ropes here. Going up to the 1/2 pound rope, which doesn't seem like a lot between the 1/4 and the 1/2, but it is noticeably different once you start swinging. The 1/2 pound rope is the one we actually recommend most for beginners to start with, because that added feel and feedback helps you find your timing and rhythm, get the hang of things, and it also allows you to go a little bit slower because of that weight in the cable. It doesn't mind going a little bit slower as you get the hang of things, and it will keep a smoother arc than those lighter ropes or something like a speed rope. All right, we've got 15 seconds left in our rest. We're going basic again, but because we went up in rope weight, We're going with 25-second intervals. All right, getting ready. And 3, 2, 1, let's jump. 25 seconds. So I'm still utilizing that handshake grip with my thumb up on top. I am gripping closer to the point of rotation though. With our weighted ropes and these amp handles, you don't want to hold at the end of the handle here. It's harder to control, adds extra wiggle. So choke up on those handles. 3, 2, 1. If you've worked with a freestyle PVC rope or a beaded rope where the handles are really light, you might see a lot of jumpers and jump rope coaches tell you to hold on to the ends. With our weighted ropes and amp handles, you want to hold on to the bulk of the handles. It gives you more power and control, as well as reducing that extra wiggle in the rope. Here we go. I have my index finger in the groove in the handle, and my thumb is up on top, actually touching that metal cap end. That helps me get that feel and feedback. And I forgot we were gonna do off step this interval, which is just a 2 count on each foot. A good way to ease into learning that alternate foot jump. 1, 2, 1, 2. Resting 25. So that alternate foot off step is just a 2 count. You can think of it as a 2 count single foot if that helps your brain, or a 2 count alternate. And if you're just spending more time tripping, go with what you know so that you get the most out of the workout, and then maybe spend a few minutes trying some different skills after the workout. 2, 1, back to basic here. When I was learning to jump, there were a few skills that I struggled with, and they would pop up in workouts, and I would spend so much time tripping that I realized I wasn't getting that great of a workout. So that's what I'm saying. If you're spending more time tripping than actually jumping, go ahead and go back to basic and get the most out of your workout. Resting 25. I really do want you to learn other skills, but I also don't want it to be frustrating and take away from the benefit of your movement and that good cardio workout. Don't spend too much time because I don't want you to overdo it and end up injured, but when we're done with this workout, if you wanted to take another 2-3 minutes and work on those skills, that is an awesome plan. Here we go, off step this time. We'll do it all 25 seconds. 1, 2, 1, 2. Just stepping over that rope. 1 foot up, the other one is doing 2 hops over that rope. We've got 1 minute of rest coming up. We're gonna rest and change ropes. Still working this off step though, or whatever you wanna do instead. While we're doing our off step, we're still standing up nice and straight. 2, 1, and there is 1 minute. All right. Going all the way up to our 1 pound rope. For some, this is gonna feel very heavy. For others, maybe not so. Figure it out for yourself. It's all about you and what works best for you. I've spent a lot of time with heavy ropes, so the 1 pound is kind of a middle ground rope for me, and I love it. I can swing it fast, but it also gives a lot of good feel and feedback, and also bumps up that heart rate because of added resistance. So I'm going up to a power grip now. So instead of that handshake grip with that thumb up on top, I'm wrapping my thumb around, which gives me more power and control over this heavy rope, as well as reduces the stress and strain on my hands and wrists from that handshake grip with the heavier ropes. So power grip with heavy. You might find you like the power grip with the light ropes. 2, 1, here we go, basic jump. You can use the power grip with the light ropes, but please don't use the handshake grip with the heavy ropes. All right, we've gone down to 20-second intervals here with this 1 pound rope. We're keeping that 25 seconds rest though. 2, 1, because I want this to be an ease in kind of workout. Only 4 jump sets with each rope. We're still getting that experience. We're still getting those reps, but we are not overdoing it. All right, 10 seconds. We're gonna go ahead and try some alternate foot here. Think of it as stepping over that rope. Just little steps over the rope. Here we go, 20 seconds, alternate foot. Some people call it run in place. I don't love that because when I think run in place, there's more kickback. I just want you stepping right over that rope. Feet are staying right underneath you. Little steps over that rope. Knees are driving forward and up. Resting 25. I also like to think of it as like climbing a little tiny staircase. Whatever works for your brain and body to make that connection. Maybe run in place works for you. Didn't work for me. I tend to catch my toes more behind me if I was thinking run in place and those feet were going out behind me. 3, 2, back to basic. Or if you want to keep working that alternate, you can. But this 1 pound rope, that added resistance means I can slow it down and it keeps going with that nice smooth arc. Still keeping the arms and hands in close, still breathing and still powering through our last second. There we are. Nice work. We've got 1 more to go. Alternate foot to finish it off. Breathing through it. Last interval, it's only 20 seconds, right? We can do this. No problem. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Alternate foot for 20 seconds. Last interval. I like to go a little extra here at the end. But if you are just brand new, take it easy. Keep with your pace. Otherwise, 3, 2, 1. And there it is. We have reached the end of our workout. High fives all around. If this was your first workout using all 3 of those ropes, awesome, awesome work. Thank you for joining in. Thanks for giving it a try. If you enjoyed this workout, please let us know in the comments, like, share. If there is something you would like to see us do for these YouTube workouts, please comment below. As always, if this is your workout for the day and you are done for the day, please take care of those jumping bodies. Stretch, hydrate, eat good food, and happy jumping.